Good morning. How are you guys doing? Another run. Beautiful day today. Sun is out, unlike those other mornings. Yeah, today I was on the road and I love running. Running is like active meditation. As you run and you maintain a certain rhythm of breathing in and out, you can literally feel yourself disassociate from your body and watch your body, and it's just running on autopilot, and you can turn your attention elsewhere and just go, and then somebody overtakes you and you're back. And so there's this thing about taking souls. People are taking my soul if they overtake me. People are taking my soul if they overtake me. So you can't let anybody overtake you except those elite runners. We're not talking about those people, but ordinary people, don't let them overtake you. I had to run away from a bunch of like 6 white guys who were running in a group, and I was like, nope, not today, devil. But no, it's fun. It's competition. I wake up early just so I can go beat those guys. It keeps me engaged with running, so I love it. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about corruption, right? Corruption, and I think we need to have a different perspective on corruption. Right now we're watching the Madlanga Commission. Before that, we had the Zondo Commission, and we've spent so many billions of rands on investigating corruption. This whole thing of like, oh, this person is corrupt, this person is corrupt. And I would challenge anyone to go look at any society, any civilization, any region, any group, and find where the people who built those societies were not corrupt. If you look at the families that have built cities in the Americas, they were mafia people. Donald Trump's grandfather, who made the wealth mostly because he was selling liquor to mine workers, and he ran a brothel, and that's how he made his wealth. And a lot of people made their wealth at that time that way. Instead of chasing gold, they provided illicit goods and services to mine workers, and they served those needs for those people at that time. And we know how the mafia built New York. They still run it today. And so that kind of theme runs everywhere. If we look in South Africa, the Jan Smarts of this world, and those guys, these were not squeaky clean individuals, right? There was a lot of corruption. So corruption in and of itself is almost like nepotism. Who wouldn't want to put their child in a better position than them? And who wouldn't want to use their resources to benefit their child? But we call it nepotism, and somehow that's bad, that's wrong. And that doesn't make sense, right? We call children of parents who've worked hard to leave something to their children, we call them nepo babies. So this perspective that corruption is bad, nepotism is bad, I think it's not serving us. And at this point in time, we're going to start thinking about what actually serves us, right? And if we look at societies that are doing well, despite the corruption, or even reducing the corruption levels, the thing they get right is that their focus is on productivity and outcomes. Are you the man who can get it done? Can you get it done? Right? If you don't get it done, that's a crime. Society, you're treated like a pariah, like, that person failed. So you can't be a failure, especially in the public space. You've got to be the go-getter, the doer, the person who makes it happen. Now, everybody will understand. You'll take something on the side, your cronies and people that you got to grease their palms, and they accept that as a cost of doing business. So that's why it seems like there's no corruption. There's no corruption in the UK, in France, in Italy, in the US, to a large extent. But it's coming out now with some of the political developments in the US, even in the UK, right? We're finding out more and more about the corruption globally. Brazil, huge. I mean, every country in Africa is basically built on corruption. So the corruption isn't the issue. I think if we focus too much on corruption, any human being in today's world who is put in a position where they are in charge of millions and billions, and they can make decisions on millions and billions of rands, and you say they're not going to take something, on the side of the table, under the table, that would just be naive. What we got to focus on is, can these people get it done? If you don't get it done, you are a pariah to society, right? So you're going to be in that position, you're going to do the thing, and we need to see outcomes. And so if you're not, people steal 2 billion from a hospital, and now the citizens are angry because the hospitals are run down and all of that, and now they're fighting amongst each other. But the people who are tasked with sorting out the hospitals, nobody's saying anything. We're talking about, they're corrupt, the 2 billion. I think the focus should shift from, are you corrupt or not, to, can you get it done? Can you get it done? That's it. Whether you were corrupt or did you get it done with the budget you were given? That's it. That's the only metric that matters. Did you get it done? Did you build the road? Did you build the bridge? Did you fix the potholes? Did you fix the hospital, right? Is it properly equipped? Those kinds of things, right? Did you get it done? That's what matters. Whether you took something on the side, sure. Let's accept that happens, and that is always going to happen. If we look at the Zuma era, we got to really see some of the destructive corruption, and the Guptas, they were just taking, they were not producing anything. If we look at the Ramaphosa era, some of the corruption is actually productive. ESCOM is now working and certain things, and some of it is destructive, his connection with the criminal underworld, right? So it's kind of like credit. Is it bad to take credit? Is it good to take credit? Well, there's good credit and there's bad credit. So corruption, there's good corruption, there's bad corruption. When is corruption good? Corruption is good when it aligns the city towards one purpose. If you grease the palms of the criminal syndicates that are in the construction industry, criminal syndicates in the retail industry, criminal syndicates in entertainment industry, right? That have a big influence on that particular city, and you grease their palms and you make sure everybody's good, and you're able to build something that benefits that city. Hey, that's good corruption. That's good corruption. That happens all the time. And some of the corruption that has been legalized, we don't even think of it as corruption, right? So if somebody donates to a political party, that is some form of corruption, right? You're trying to use your money to corrupt that political party or that person in a way. The corruption is that they're now going to be taking care of your interests, right? Because you funded their political career. So, let's stop chasing ghosts, and let's look forward to building. And to build something massive, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. And whoever gets their hands dirty because they're building, we shouldn't demonize them for that. But if they don't build anything, they're basically playing in the mud. That's what they're doing. They're playing in the mud, playing with our money, playing in our face. And so if you don't do the job, that's it for you. You're a pariah to society, you go to prison, we don't want you. So I think that will definitely help us to course correct. Because right now this thing of like, you're corrupt, it's almost like a badge of honor for some people now, because nothing happens. They just use these legal procedural tactics to avoid going to prison. Nothing happens. And as a society, let's accept reality. Corruption is going to happen. It happens everywhere you go. And it's just a matter of, is it productive corruption or is it consumptive corruption? Is it extractive? Does it take money out of the system, or does it help grease the system, right? So anyways, that was a thought for me today. We got to start thinking about solutions, talking about solutions, And at the beginning, it's about our mindsets, right? How do we mentally get over certain things and start focusing on growth? If we want growth, if we want our country to be a certain way, then let's focus on those things. Let's, these distractions, BE, corruption, these are distractions, right? I don't mean that those things are not negative to society. I just mean they take us away from the primary goal, which is to build this country, right? And yes, we need to attend to them, and how we attend to them can help us to build this country. And yeah, so anyways, I took some souls today. I had to wake up super early. I had to leave the house around 4 a.m. because normally I go out 4:30. But today I had to go 4 a.m. because there are these people who are, these people who run in groups. I don't understand. Because when I run, it's such a meditative experience. I can't talk to people. I tried in Joburg. I used to try and run with people. And I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear you breathing next to me. Like, this is my space. When I'm running, the benefit of running in a group, if you're training for something, sure, right? If you're lacking motivation to go out running, sure. I can see that. But for the rest of us who have a connection to running, if I don't feel like running, I won't. But I always feel like running. I don't need anybody. You're a hindrance. You're in my space. I want to meditate. I just want to feel that feeling where I get to leave my body and just watch my body. And for me to get that, I can't be having people around me. Running with someone is like trying to force Cheslin Colby to run with Eben Etzebeth. Their two natural paces are different. So they're going to run different races, different runs. So we don't need to run as a group and all of this. But I think it's an intimidation tactic. They want to intimidate everybody on the road. That's why I had to wake up early. I was hoping to meet them and show them I was up before you guys. I'm taking souls, right? I'm competing with everybody on the road there, except those elite runners. Hey, those KZN boys. Yeah. Too much. It's too much. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.